So we've been doing a little bit of secret squirrel stuff for Martin. None of those. Not those, not those either. These guys over here at Mighty Car Mods. So these are for the RX7. We've re-drilled them to 4x110, so they will fit that car. New bolts, we actually put new lips on them, but we kept them in the standard size, which is a 15x7 plus 11 out of the box. So the old lips are a bit crappy, so we've replaced those, and now they look good. So we just need to do the finishing touches, and they are done. Finishing touches, I hear you say? Yes. We need to write these guys out. Square set, those go on the back. Then we have to put the centre caps on, and we have to put our little Longchamp stickers onto the wheels, which they have standard. 15s have standard. Okay. Line it up because I think he's a bit OC. Okay. There you have it. All right, so we'll just do the other three, and then we can chuck them in the car and take the couple of hours drive over to MCM headquarters. Bit of a classic wheel, the old XR4. You know, they're not, they're license built by SSR. Everybody calls them SSR XR4s, but they're not. They're actually Suzuka. All those people calling them SSR XR4s are wrong. Okay, good to go. So we'll go down and chuck them in the car.
Hey, how you going, buddy?
Good. How you going?
Not too bad. I'm just on my way over to your place now. Oh, yeah,
you don't have your seatbelt on?
Yeah.
Have you been driving that whole time with no seatbelt?
Yeah, I'm like super dangerous. Okay.
Wow, this thing rips.
It flies, doesn't it?
Where are we going?
I'm coming over to your place to see you, actually.
Okay, sure.
Yep. Should be there shortly.
How's that? Okay. Very good. Should we do a bit of a drive around, being that we're in the car together now anyway?
Yeah, we can do that. Okay, back to first because we're starting.
Because I have questions.
Oh, right, go.
Now, I understand that you have some engineering background.
No, none whatsoever.
You work at engineering places?
Yeah, well, yes.
You have a ruler in your pocket at all times.
Yeah, I'm a salesman.
Okay. Righto.
Nah, machinist.
No, machinist, exactly.
Yeah,
so,
machinist, yeah.
how do you get into this wheel business? How does this happen?
I
mean business like as in hobby, not necessarily business, because I understand this is a love before it's a business.
Well, yeah, it sort of...
You're not... You're
Oh, sorry, I'm driving, yeah. See, I can't do two things. I'm male. I can't do two things at once.
I can do the gears, but
why don't you drive for a bit?
Yep, sure.
Okay, so, yeah, so I've got a... we're going to do the whole thing? I've got a plastics factory.
Yes.
Right, so I've got a plastics factory.
You're on it.
I'm driving now, so...
Yep.
About probably 9 or 10 years ago, most of the thanks, mate.
You're welcome. Handbrake down?
I use the clutch. Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, and I'll use the clutch next time.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Plastics factory, keep going. 9 to 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Don't get distracted.
So, but like most of the, probably 95% or 80% of the plastics industry packed up and went to China. We thought we were going broke.
Right.
So I was casting around for something else to do, and being a bit of a
entrepreneur.
Car guy. Yeah, a bit of a car guy. So we started the wheel business with Elliot Dollison.
Yep. Who we've seen on your show.
Yes, we've seen a fair bit.
Yep.
And it started off with him just coming in after where he was working for a couple of nights a week.
Yep.
And then he was coming in every night after work, and then Saturdays as well. And that Christmas he chucked his job in.
Yeah,
and,
man.
It's just grown from there.
And so you put it in your factory that you already sort of had doing the plastic.
We had a little corner in the factory.
Yep.
And then we...
Watch out for the sheep.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Jeez,
random
you're gonna have to
sheep
put
there.
those in now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's a real hassle. Yeah, anyway, goats.
Yes. So
Goats.
corner of your factory.
Yeah, put in a little corner of the factory.
Wheel
and
shop.
We sort of it grew, so we switched it over to the maintenance section, which has sort of grown out of there now.
Right.
At where the shop is now was just a warehouse.
And who needed the stuff? Like, what was the gap in the market that people just? What was it exactly? Because you can. To put it from context, 20 years ago you could go down to Tempe Tyres and buy a set of wheels and tyres for 17 inches with tiny rubber bands that went on your show car, and that was that.
Yeah, that was it. So I always had a love for the smaller and vintage wheels, the Japanese stuff. I just like the Japanese stuff because it's really good quality.
Yep.
So we were doing sort of early Australian stuff, the German and European and the Japanese wheels. Ended up, I've got a buyer over in Japan now.
Right.
We're sending stuff across, and we're actually trying for those difficult to find wheels.
Right. So
yeah.
the rarity is one factor of it.
Yep.
Repairs is another. Because if I've got this beautiful set of XR4s, whatever,
Yep.
and I stack one, it's
Yes.
repairable, right?
It's repairable.
Usually.
Yes. Well, they are a 3-piece wheel, even though they're welded together. So, yeah, we can repair all that stuff if you crash it or rash it or stuff like that. And repairs last year was just over the top, so we've actually stopped doing it.
For now, yeah, just stop repairing it for now. So the idea is now you get a set of wheels that might look really worse wear and sorry and actually not fit for purpose to go on a car and fix them.
And fix them.
So if someone buys a set of wheels from you, they are fixed.
They are fixed.
That's part of the deal.
So what we do is we've got probably, I don't know, 40 or 50 sets of wheels in the shop. All the old
But unrestored.
Unrestored wheels.
And so someone can come along and say, I want that one.
To go on my Corolla
measure
or
up the car.
Yeah, measure up the car.
Decide what size lip can go on it.
Generally with the customer there, so you know where it's going to be. You know, some guys want the big poke and giant stretch.
Yeah.
Some guys want them inside because they want to use air, like this thing that we just passed earlier.
Oh, yeah. Now, you did the wheels on that too?
We did the wheels on that too.
And multiple of our cars?
Yes.
So this isn't going away?
No, it's not.
Which is a bit bizarre when you think about it, because the Corolla's like, you know, over 10 grand probably.
This is it.
20 grand for a good one.
Well, they're going up in price
Sprinter's
now.
50.
Isn't that crazy?
But so which means in some ways the wheels that you then do perfectly, you're not going to settle for second best, whatever you can find second hand that maybe doesn't seal air. You're going to get something. You know what I mean? Like you're going to make something properly.
That's it. We build them properly. We've got a really good name for doing really good quality. It's in the name, friend.
It's in the name.
Bell Brothers
Quality wheel
wheels.
restoration. Well done.
Yeah, we like to do them. We like to do them right. We're really careful with what we do, and you know, we really enjoy doing it.
And are you only selling to Australians?
Oh hell no! We do it like 25 to 30% of what we do goes overseas.
Wow.
All around the world.
That's crazy.
You know, everywhere from.
No way, Cheryl.
It's Cheryl again. Oh, there's been a
That's all right. She won't leave me alone. Watch out, kangaroos. They're always here on this corner. I don't know. You're doing really well driving this. You're doing a good job driving this racetrack while looking at me the entire time. That is some skills.
Oh yeah, look like peripheral vision.
That's amazing.
You know, out the side there.
So where to from here? So people just build custom wheels from stuff that you either find or the customer finds. Stuff that you find generally.
Yeah, generally the stuff that we find.
Because it's got to be a certain condition or style.
Yeah. But that way, if we're using stuff that we've got out of stock, and we've got 13s, 14s, 15s, couple of set of 16s, not really into the bigger stuff.
Yep.
Just into the smaller stuff, and we'll build them. Generally, and the funny thing is, people will come in and they've got an idea of what they think will look good on their car.
Yeah.
So, so I'd say 90% of the time they'll leave with a different, having put a deposit down on a different wheel.
Oh no way!
Yeah, serious.
That's cool. And when you say bigger stuff too, because this is pertinent with RX7s. 10 to 15 years ago, maybe 20 years ago, people were trying to fit 17s on them. I know because I went through some photos to find out specs and stats and stuff like that. And sure enough, there's pictures of RX7s with 15s like what we've got that look really nice.
Yeah.
But 15, 20 years ago, fashion was different. And some people look at that and go, oh, it's a bit small, and I went to Auto Salon and I didn't get a trophy and whatever. And so they've gone and got 17s with these tyres like 25 profile,
and
30 profile.
Horrible.
They drive horrible, but it was a look.
Yeah.
But what I find interesting is some of the looks that you guys are doing, this classic stuff, seems to prevail.
It's coming back.
And if you go to a JDM meet or whatever, and you know, most of the wheels and tyres we're talking about are JDM, even though I've seen Euro stuff, you know, BBS or whatever at your wall.
That
was crazy. What a dickhead.
Jesus.
I've seen that stuff at your work. You can go to a meet with some really nice wheels that fit the car perfectly at a nice height, and it just looks good forever.
That's it.
That car looked good in 1983 and 1993 and 2003 and 2023.
Well, the other thing about that too is a lot of tyre sizes too. Tyre sizes have been hard to get for the smaller sizes, but over in the USA they're going back to traditional. Both hands off the wheels. You know?
Yep, careful.
Traditional sizes, which is 14, 15 inch steel wheels.
Oh right.
Yeah,
so it's opened it up.
Yeah. So what's happening now is the tyre makers are following that, and they're starting to make decent sizes in 14 and 15 inch. 13 for some reason you can always get decent tyres for.
Minis, do you think? race series for
yeah.
minis, stuff that's really common, and the most base of base models often use 13-inch
Well,
wheels.
Formula Fords use a 13
There you
inch
go,
as well,
that'll be
so-
why. I actually, part of, you know, when we talk about building a wheel, I'm always thinking in the back of my head for tyre size too. Because that's the reality. You can have a nice set of wheels that last 40 years and comes back to you later and gets refreshed, but if you can't get tyres for it, you're not going to be into that wheel.
That's
or it's
it.
not going to look right.
No.
So that where you might say, oh, I'd love a 14, then you look up the tyres and go, I'm always going to have a sidewall this fat. What if I went a slightly bigger barrel?
Yep.
Because you can change the size of the wheels, right?
Yes, we
within reason. And then I can fit a very common 195 50 15. Which is going to be a good ratio of the wheel to the tyre. It's going to grip well. It's going to be the right size for the car.
That's it.
And you've got to
you
look
can
on the
get cheap
plate because you can
tyres,
get defected if
good
it's
ones.
wrong, right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Well, you can get, the good thing about that is in those 15s you can get really good quality tyres.
Yes.
You can get really cheap tyres. You get, you know,
Thrashes.
there's a whole. Yeah, this is it. You can get all sorts of stuff. It's great.
Fantastic. Well, this is my stop, Mark.
Okay,
It's been a
mate.
pleasure. Will you let me know when you get to my shed?
I will let you know. I'll give you a toot.
All right, mate.
All right, buddy.
See you in a minute.
See you later. Holy cow! Check this joint out.
Hello, my friend. Fancy
mate.
seeing you here.
Check this joint out.
It's like you heard it like the Batman signal. Like, you know, you heard someone was in need of wheels. Look at this. Look at this. You're right, you're right. Yes. That looks sick. Genuine XR4s.
I know that Marty doesn't like swearing, so I wasn't swearing so much when he was in the car, but some people are useless. You son of a bloody bull in front of me!